Manuel Torres is a partner at the international law firm Garrigues.
I think that both China and European Union have to work to resume the normal commercial relationship. I think it's worth noting that the Comprehensive Agreement on Investment was stopped in 2020 after several years of hard work negotiation. And otherwise, as everyone knows, Europe already imposed several tariffs to e-vehicles. So I think that it's more than ever, taking into account the current geopolitical situation, that China and Europeans have to be and resume the commercial partnership.
So where do you think the focus is going to be on these talks? You mentioned investment. Will it be on an investment deal, on industrial overcapacity concerns, or on something else?
Yes, well, this is a very good point, because when I heard the news about this meeting, I think, okay, both of them are working in order to prepare the meeting that will be held in Beijing. So, but China and European Union have several problems with regard to the restriction of the medical device. That the first time that Europe invoked this regulation in order to prohibit it, the Chinese manufacturer can enter into the international bid in Europe. And also we have e-vehicle, we have anti-dumping in the tire, we have foreigner subsidy regulation that the European government is focused in order to check if the Chinese companies have some benefits or subsidy with regard to the government, and also the slowdown and the investment challenge. And so for sure, there are a lot of things between both companies.
When it comes to the services sector, where do you see the common ground for China and the EU to work more closely together in these times of global economic uncertainty?
Well, focus on service is a really interesting question, because in theory, China is almost opening up the service sector. If you remember, China was joining the World Trade Organization in 2001, and they signed a lot of agreements. One of them was to open up the service sector. And today, 2025, we can consider this sector is almost open, at least from financial point of view. But it's a really interesting issue, because even though today we can talk that the negative list, it means the list that all the foreign investors have to check before entering the Chinese market, is reduced almost 10 or 22 topics. It's also important to highlight that thanks to the business confidence survey granted in 2025 and published from the European Chamber, highlighted that more than 73% of the European companies said the business environment has become more difficult in China.
You mentioned US tariffs as being a pressure point. Both China and the EU are facing high US tariffs. To what extent do you think that is going to have an impact around this negotiating table?
Someone that they know very well, that the Chinese government said that the US tariffs is a very good gift for the Chinese economy, because they can show in the world how reliable this market is in terms of rule of law, in terms of transparency, in terms of the way to repatriate the benefit that the companies can generate in China. So I think that China will become again a very reliable partner for European companies. So even though the US tariffs generate a lot of stress between the companies, at the end, I think that the Chinese and European companies can get some benefit and can the most of this current situation.